Welcome back to Greyhound View 2002. We hope you had an enjoyable Christmas. This week we look back at the Cox Cup at Newbridge. We visit Harold's Cross for the final of the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon, and Shelburne Park for the semis and final of the Shelburne 525. But first, sit back and enjoy some of the thrilling highlights from last year.
Late show, he's 5 clear in the third bend. Greyhound Trade in second. Amber Joe is third, and you get a search party for the rest of them. Off the last bend, and late show, he races home to victory. A very, very impressive performance from this magnificent greyhound. Off the last corner in Stroopy's Cool from Tiny's Bud. Tiny's Bud putting in a big run, and Long Valley Max coming flying on the far side. It's an absolute sheet finish between them all. And take it up on the third bend. Droopy's Vieri runs into them. Number 1 Dale Inferno launching his challenge, but up the straight it's Cool Performance. Here comes Late Joe, but just too late, and Cool Performance holds off Late Joe by a rapidly diminishing head.
It'll take a monstrous effort to beat this fellow. In second place, Judicial Rebel, and back in third, Airport Express making a run, but around the second last corner, and it's Rutland Budgie, now being challenged again by Judicial Rebel, but he goes away again. Back in third, Airport Express coming up the home straight, and Rutland Budgie has won the Puppy Derby. Here, switch to Plan B. It'll take a big effort to catch this fellow around the final corner, and switch to Plan B, still in front from Autumn Empress over the final hurdle, and switch to Plan B has won the BaggettRacing.com Irish Grand National.
Sonic Flight is just in behind him, coming off the last corner. Arkilo runs very wide, and suddenly on the inside, Sonic Flight coming up the challenge, and Sonic Flight getting there from Mixed Mystic in second, and Arkilo in third.
Around the third corner, and Sonic Flight goes through on the inside. Backbile in second, Rutland Budgie in third. But around the final corner, Sonic Flight has won the 2001 Waterford Masters. Look at Vera's Road, we start the power from the back. He looks an awful lot of work to do, and now Word of God making some ground. Around the second last corner, it's still Endless Tango. Word of God coming with a real barge. Back in third place, a Centenary Star. Into the home straight, and Endless Tango now being challenged by Word of God. Here comes Vera's Road on the outside. At the line, Word of God made it just.
Well, we're in the newly reopened Newbridge Stadium for the final of the £5,000 Cox Cup. The favourite is running from Trap 3, that's Jet Spray. But first we're going to take a look at how they got here.
The first semi-final of the Cox Cup. In Trap 1 is Word of God, 2 Simply Supreme, 3 Shantum Gamble, in 4 Penny Spotlight, 5 Cool Runnings on the outside, and 6 Endless Tango. The favourite Shantum Gamble is from 3. He's away quite well. Running up to the corner, it's very level between them. Number 6 Endless Tango putting in a run to the bend. They're practically in a line on the corner. Oh, and a lot of trouble there. The favourite's in big trouble, and it's number 6 Endless Tango into the back straight. 5-6 clear from Word of God in second. Cool Runnings is third. Heading down towards the third bend, and Word of God is closing on the leader. But it's Endless Tango, still 4 clear, but Word of God is eating into that advantage. Endless Tango in front. Word of God coming at him. Back in third is Cool Runnings ahead of Shantum Gamble. But up the straight, and Word of God putting in a big run, just getting there before the line to win from Endless Tango. The second semi-final of the Cox Cup. In Trap 1 this time we have Minor River. Lemon Suspect runs from 2. In 3 is Scotia's Grave. The favourite Jet Spray is in 4. Trap 5 is Overrider, and on the outside in 6 is Courage Prince. Will the favourite get away from 4? Jet Spray, he's out fast. Running well to the corner. Scotia's Grave on his inside. Number 5 Overrider going up well, but it's the favourite Jet Spray into the corner, clear around the corner. A lot of trouble again with number 3 Scotia's Grave and 5, and number 1 Minor River in trouble. But down the back it's number 4 Jet Spray in front. Overrider is second, close for third between Lemon Suspect and Courage Prince. Into the second last corner, and Jet Spray is clear, 5 lengths clear. Number 5 Overrider just clipped from behind there is number 2 Lemon Suspect, and 6 Courage Prince go after the leader, but up front there's no catching this one. Jet Spray winning the semi-final, and winning it nicely from number 6 Courage Prince.
Well, the dogs now on parade for the Cox Cup. In 1 is Cool Runnings, trained by Steve Kavanagh and owned by the Thirsty Scholar Syndicate from County Tipperary. He's a son of Roanoke and Spiral Tina. In 2 is the Strong Running Word of God, trained by Francis O'Donnell and owned by Mrs. Alice Swaffield from England. This is a son of Vintage Prince and Batty Spirit. In 3, the favourite Jetspray. This son of Kilmessan Jet and Roving Mindy is trained by Dennis Carroll and owned by Patrick Shine from County Limerick. In 4 is Overrider, trained by Fraser Black and owned by Con O'Sullivan from Rathronan. This is a son of Some Gamble and Plastic Princess. In 5 is Endless Tango. This son of Spar Nikita and Endless Fantasy is owned and trained by Frank O'Brien from County Cork. And in 6, completing the field, is Courage Prince, the second representative for Frances O'Donnell. She's owned by Sandra Lynch and Shane Taggart from Dublin, and she's a daughter of Vintage Prince and the other top.
They're in traps for the final of the Cox Cup. In trap 1 is Cool Runnings at 14-1. 2 is Word of God at 9-2. Number 3, Jetspray, the 6-4 on favourite. In 4 is Overrider at 10-1. Trap 5, Endless Tango at 8-1, and in 6, Courage Prince, the 14-1 chance as the hare comes off the final bend, up behind the traps. For this £5,000 to the winner final, and away they go. This number 3, Jetspray showing in front, but number 1, Cool Runnings going up fast up the inside. The favourite just trying to get right, gets bumped as number 1 runs across the track, but he's still in front. Jetspray into the back straight. It's Jetspray in front from number 4, Overrider second. Word of God is beginning to close in third as they come into the second last bend. Jetspray in front. Word of God going past Overrider into second place, now challenging for the lead and storming to the front now. Word of God on the last bend, trained by Matt O'Donnell. He's won this a number of times before, and up the straight it's Word of God in front. Jetspray is rallying coming to the line with Overrider in third.
And the Cox Cup winner for 2001, Word of God, trained by Frances O'Donnell, beat number 3, the favourite Jetspray, back in third, Overrider. The winning time, 30:09. Frances, you must be delighted with the dog's performance tonight.
Yeah, we're absolutely delighted. He didn't break that great, but he got a great run around the first 2 bends. When I saw him going down the back straight, how close he was, I thought that was it. I started shouting my heart out. So I thought he'd win from there.
Alice isn't here tonight, but makes up for the defeat in the Grand Prix final.
She rang today, and she was supposed to be over tonight, but she had a few delays, so she couldn't make it. But she'd be thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
Matt, you've won this competition 5 years now. Ardford Mick was probably your best of the lot. How would this fellow rate?
He rates very high. You have to rate him highly. He never gives up. But probably out 30 won the derby, but maybe there might be a derby in this leg, yes.
Frances, you make it back to Killinall tonight?
Oh, we'll be back in Killinall tonight.
Where's the local tonight?
The local tonight? The dog kennels.
Every night.
Clonmel was the original administrative home of greyhound racing in Ireland. The town's Davis Road track has been closed for 3 years, but after many false starts, greyhound racing is on its way back to Clonmel. A deal has been brokered between the Davis Road Greyhound Stadium Company and the Show Society for the purchase of the site. And with the financial backing of the Department of Agriculture and the Irish Greyhound Board, racing could well resume at the site later this year. Pat Summers, chairman of the Davis Road Company, explains the situation.
Bornagon tell us they will start work at the end of March. The first phase of the development will include a new hair system, new lights, kennels, great timing, and of course the racing circuit. That will be enough to get the place up and running. We are anxious to see dogs running around it in some shape or form. Now we realise that Bornagon do not want to compromise on their standards, and we have no difficulty with that. We want to see the place done right, as well as everybody else. Then of course we're talking about the stand, bar, restaurant, and that all is subject to planning approval. The total price of the property here is £800,000. Of this, Bornagon have agreed to contribute $475,000 of evaluation cost. We have to bridge the gap, $325,000, to tidy up the lease situation basically. Our company basically is selling shares at £100 each, which now of course converts to euros 127. And we're asking for as much support as we possibly can from greyhound people, business people, and people indeed from Britain that visit Clonmel during coursing week. The more money we can get in this way, the less borrowing we'll have to do. And of course for any new company, the less borrowing you have, the better. And we're assured that we were going to get a stadium of the calibre of Newbridge or Mullingar, which are huge successes. We'd be very happy with that.
Join us in part 2 for the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon Final and the Shelburne 525.
ticket 31. Jenny, come on, mate. You want to
The final of the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon, winner to receive £5,000, and in trap 1 we have Rowan Queen, owned and trained by Sean Jennings from Wexford. This one's a daughter of Rowan Oakey and Kerwick's Queen, 100-to-1 outsider in this field of 4 runners. In trap 2 is the favourite Metric Tiger, owned by Larry Byrne from Enniscorthy, trained by Johnny Kavanagh, a son of Smooth Rumble and Metric Melba. 6-4 in the betting. He's the likely leader. He's going to take some catching. Trap 3 is vacant. And so in 4 we have Jenny Come Home, English challenger owned by Susan Hume from England, trained by Barry Draper. This one a daughter of Right Move and Security Special. 7-4, 2-1 was taken. This very, very strong stare, one of the top across the water. Trap 5 is also vacant. And in 6, another English challenger, Let Us Know, owned by Mick Parker, trained by Ger McKenna temporarily here in Dublin. This daughter of Frightful Flash and Rock Flagship at 5-2, a very, very strong stare. The final of the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon. In trap 1 is Rowan Queen. In 2, Metric Tiger. Trap 3 is vacant. 4, Jenny Come Home. Trap 5 is vacant on the outside, and 6, Let Us Know. Hair behind it, traps and off to go, and Metric Tiger's out fast. So is Jenny Come Home. Up towards the first corner, Metric Tiger in front. Jenny Come Home second. Let Us Know in third. As they head now into the back straight. And not much in it is Metric Tiger. Just a marginal leader from Jenny Come Home. This very strong stare who takes it up now from Metric Tiger. And is going on at this stage into the third bend, and it's number 4, Jenny Come Home in front. Metric Tiger gets back up the inside again. Back in third place at this stage is Rowan Queen with Let Us Know out at the rear. Up past the stand with a circuit to go, and it's Metric Tiger by 2 lengths from number 4, Jenny Come Home. Number 6, Let Us Know, going back up at the third place. Into the back straight they're heading now, and Metric Tiger's extended that advantage. He's gone 4 clear now from Jenny Come Home in second. Metric Tiger down the back from Jenny Come Home. Here comes Let Us Know with a big run, challenging for second on the second last bend. Metric Tiger in front, but here comes Let Us Know with a big challenge in second, reducing the gap off the final bend. Metric Tiger's in front. Let Us Know is challenging on the outside. Coming to the line, Metric Tiger and Let Us Know. Metric Tiger and Let Us Know. A thrilling final to the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon. And the result of the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon: first, number 2, Metric Tiger. Second, number 6, Let Us Know. And in third place, number 4, Jenny Come Home. Time 58:59. An absolute thriller for the Ted Hegarty Open Marathon final. Metric Tiger the winner. A relieved trainer with him there at the moment, John Kavanagh. Johnny, you must be pretty relieved now after that performance.
Very relieved, Mike, yes. He had to fight all the way. Jenny Come Home really put it up to him tonight, but he showed his guts and took the prize.
Larry, you've been having a great run with this dog. Tell me a little bit about Metric Tiger.
Pauline put the litter down herself. She found the litter special, and by Sire Smooth Rumble, I'd have to say it's probably the easiest litter we had in the place to put down, and just placid and no problems at all with him, and I suppose he was special from early on stage.
John, what would you plan for the dog now?
We'll keep our options open. I don't think we've any event coming up in Ireland for the moment anyway.
Would you be thinking of something like the TV trophy across the water?
It's always an option again, yeah. Yeah, keep him sound, and it's the main thing now. He's young enough yet.
We're here at Shelburne Park for the final of the Open 525. We'll have a look at the semi-finals, but first of all, let us find out how the greyhound industry is coping with the changeover to the Euro.
Most of the betting is being done in the Euro now, you know, but there's still a few punters punting in pounds and sterling, but the majority of betting is being done in Euro, you know.
Now, Saturday night, the Northern boys are
the
down.
The Northern boys are down. They'll be still betting in. Any bet in pounds, paid in pounds, bet in sterling, paid in sterling. But the majority of the everyday punter is betting in Euro now, you know.
You have enough money for them all.
I have a bit of everything now. Starting off, I don't know, a couple of hours' time I'll tell you how it went, you know.
People seem to be coping with it a hell of a lot. We've no problems changing over the money. People seem they have the exchange rate here. People are changing their punts into euros, and we've no problems behind the bar whatsoever.
So they're just coming with euros to you?
They're coming straight over with euros, but they come over with punt, and we'll change the punt over to euro. Not a brother.
You're certainly not running out of beer anymore.
Well, you're certainly not.
Well, we've heard what the punters have had to say, and now, appropriately enough, we have the final of the last of the punt 525. In trap 1, name of the game. 2 is best of the bunch. 3, Dita Fancy. 4, Willie's Toby. In trap 5 is Pamela's Porsche, and on the outside in 6 is Never on Sunday. The hare coming up behind the traps. Off they go. Number 4 is Fast Away Willie's Toby, leading up from number 1, Name of the Game, and number 2, Best of the Bunch, putting in a big run into the corner. Best of the Bunch challenges on the bend, runs a little bit wide. Hampers number 4 slightly Willie's Toby. Now number 6, Never on Sunday, puts in a big run down the back, but Best of the Bunch is going with them. Number 1 on the inside, Name of the Game, he comes home strongly. Number 5 back in 3rd place at this stage, or 4th place. Very close up front. 1, 2 and 6, they're all together. Number 1, that's Name of the Game, just in front from Best of the Bunch. Number 3, Dita Fancy running on the far side. Coming to the line, number 1, Name of the Game, just winning from number 3, Dita Fancy, and it looks as though number 2, Best of the Bunch, is 3rd. The result of the last of the Punt, 5-2-5. The winner, number 1, Name of the Game. 2nd, number 3, Dita Fancy. And 3rd, number 2, Best of the Bunch. Time, 29:69. But now let's join the action from the semi-finals of the Shelburne Open 5-2-5.
And the bell sounds for the first semi-final of the Shelburne Open 5-2-5. And the runners in: 1, Toolmaker Ready, 2, the reserve Sporting Azar, 3, Glenski Izzy, 4 is Grey Rover, 5, Larking About, and 6 is Scaldy Sarah. The hare just coming around behind the traps now. And that's it, away they go. And in 5, Larking About was well away, together with 2, Sporting Azar. 6, Scaldy Sarah towards the outside, being followed by 4, Grey Rover. As they head into the first turn and down the far side they go. Larking About opens up 2 lengths clear now. 6, Scaldy Sarah. Back in 3rd is Sporting Azar, followed by Grey Rover and Toolmaker Ready. But in towards the second last turn, it's Larking About with a 2-length advantage over in 2nd place, Scaldy Sarah. Back in 3rd is Sporting Azar, with staying on Grey Rover but straightening up for home. Larking About pressed on the outside now by Scaldy Sarah, going up towards the line. Larking About just holds on. It's tight for 2nd between 6, Scaldy Sarah, and 4, Grey Rover, but no doubt about the winner. Larking About, trap 5 is your winner. The bell sounds, the hare on its way. Let's take a check on the field for the second semi-final of the Shelburne Open 5-2-5. 1 is Rathdown Boy, 2, Shanless Park, 3, Quillogue Ohm, 4, Wish Kid, 5 is Star of Texas, and in 6, Bluebell Queen. Here comes the hare now up towards the traps. And that's it, away they go. And in 4, Wish Kid came away fast from 5, Star of Texas, moving across towards the outside, Bluebell Queen. Shanless Park makes ground on the inside. Around the turn they go, and Wish Kid gone 3 lengths clear now. Bluebell Queen in 2nd. 3rd then is Shanless Park. Back in 4th place, Wish Kid. Star of Texas with work to do at this stage as they head down towards the second last bend. And Wish Kid, who's made most to this point, still in front of Bluebell Queen. Back in 3rd, Shanless Park, followed by Quillogue Ohm and Star of Texas. But straightening up for home, Wish Kid has this one in the bag, going further away to win it easily from in 2nd place, 2, Shanless Park. Back in 3rd, the last qualifier, Bluebell Queen.
Now, folks, we come to the big one of the night, the final of the Shelburne Open 5-2-5. It's the 9th race on the card. The winner to receive €6,350. The 6 runners are on parade. In the betting, number 1, Grey Rover, is the 5-2 favourite, a bit of a surprise favourite, with number 2, Wish Kid, at 7-2, and Larking About number 4 at 4-1. And the first dog we'll see will be number 1, Grey Rover, owned by Sean Corcoran from Galway, trained by Jerry Holian, the son of Stapler's Joe and Fleeting Fantasy. Perfectly drawn on the inside, he really flies from halfway. He's the favourite at the moment in the betting. Number 2 is Wish Kid, owned by Leonard Kinsella, trained by the former handball legend Joey Maher, a son of Right Wish and Level Made. He bounced right back to form in the semi-final with a brilliant 29-11 run. He's also very well drawn. Number 3, this model of consistently, Shanless Park, owned by John Marks and A.M. Dunleavy, trained by Paul Hennessy, a son of Shanless Slippy and Marshall's Rose. He's a dog you can never rule out of contention. Won the Ulster Derby at Dungannon not too long ago. And so to the second of the Paul Hennessy trained runners, Larking About, owned by the Taggart Syndicate. This fellow, a son of Larkhill Joe and Rocky's Whisper. He has buckets of pace. He can do it from the front or from behind. Larking About in 4. And yet another Hennessy runner. This is Scaldy Sarah, owned by the Miller's Briars Syndicate from Carlow, trained by Paul Hennessy, a daughter of Lassa Java and Eddie the Lady. Recently the winner of the Champion Bitch Stake at Thurles, and a very, very capable performer. A strong stayer, but she's been known to pop out at times too. And in trap 6 is Bluebell Queen, owned by Anne Tracy from Dublin, trained by Larry Mason here in Dublin. This daughter of Larkhill Joe and Mary Bluebell, winner of the Munster Oaks at Waterford, perfectly drawn in 6. She'll give the outside away to nothing, and she's very entitled to be right up there from the start. She's the outsider of the field, but no forlorn hope. They're all in traps. There goes the bell, the final of the Shelburne Open 5-2-5. In 1 we have the 5-2 favourite, Grey Rover. In 2 is Wish Kid. Trap 3, Shanless Park. In 4 is Larking About. 5 is Scaldy Sarah. and 6 Bluebell Queen. This run to the bend will be vital as usual. Hare coming up behind the traps, ready for the off. And away they go, and it's number 4, Larking About off pass with Grey Rover going up strong on the inside. Larking About leads into the corner from Grey Rover, who runs a bit wide and causes trouble. Number 6, Bluebell Queen, has now gone second into the back. But Larking About's in front from Bluebell Queen in second. Grey Rover now going back up to take second and starting to motor into that lead. But Larking About, he stays on pretty well too, with Grey Rover now coming fast in pursuit. Number 5, Scaldy Sarah, making big ground from behind. But here comes Grey Rover, but is he going to catch Larking About? Larking About holds on strongly from number 1, Grey Rover, with number 5, Scaldy Sarah in third. The result of the Shelburne Open 5-2-5 final, the winner number 4, Larking About, second number 1, Grey Rover, and third number 5, Scaldy Sarah, in a time of 29:13.
Well, I'm with two of the owners of Larking About, Jim and Gabriel Taggart. Gabriel's holding the trophy, so I'm going to talk to Gabriel first. Gabriel, you must have been delighted when you saw the dog pop out in front.
I'm absolutely delighted. I mean, he's not renowned for coming out in front. Last year, he was finishing strongly, but the dog was off for 10 weeks for an injury, and now he's slowing the pace to the bend he never showed before. I don't know what Paul Hennish has done with him, but he was staying last year, now he's coming out in front, so it's an amazing trick by Paul, whatever he's done to this dog.
Jim, you wouldn't talk us through the race, would you?
What I saw of it was the start, the finish. I don't know about the middle. I mean, we got really excited whenever I went out in front, but as Gabriel said, sometimes it doesn't come home just as quickly as it should, but tonight it just was magnificent, you know. So if this is what winning's about, let's have some more of it. It's lovely, you know.
There's 3 of you involved. Shane can't be here tonight, he's over in London. Will you be on the phone to him soon?
Well, somebody has to work for a living.
How did you come across the dog, lads?
We bought it from Ruth and the Derby final, not last year, the year before.
Ruth Rogers.
Ruth Rogers, I bought a third chair, Jim bought a third chair, and Ruth had a third chair. And after his first race, Ruth said to me, would you like to sell your third chair? And I said, no, Ruth, would you like to sell your third chair?
The fixtures for next weekend: on Friday we start with Harold's Cross, where they have the final of the Febo Christmas Oaks and also the first round heats of the Doc O'Connor Puppy Stake. And at Newbridge, the semi-finals of the Newbridge 600. While on Saturday night at Cork, the semi-final of the Banbury Bookmaker Stake will be run. Shelburne Park will host the heats of the Open 350 and 575. Down at Thurles, the Novice On-Race Stake first round will be run, while Limerick stages the Euro 2960 Stake first round.
In next week's programme, we visit Harold's Cross for the Febo Christmas Oaks final, and we take a trip to Curraheen Park for the Banbury Bookmaker Stakes semi-finals. An action video made by Greyhound View with all the highlights of last year's Greyhound season will cost you €25.38. To order by credit card, just phone Dublin 660-3164 or send a cheque payable to Greyhound View and post to the Irish Greyhound Board, 104 Henry Street, Limerick. If you would like further information on Irish Greyhound racing, ownership or syndication, visit our website on www.igb.ie or email admin@igb.ie.